It was tragic. These are the three things that age our skin: pigmentation, tone, and texture. Hello, today I'm sharing with you the 3 at-home skincare devices and the 3 in-office treatments if you are serious about improving your skin over 50. I was late to the game in skincare. I didn't even have a skincare routine until I was 50, and it was at the urging of my dermatologist. Basically, I was in the shower using bar soap and the occasional sunscreen. It was tragic. I want to share with you and help you streamline this process that took me about 8 years to figure out. These are obviously just my opinions, what worked for me. You might have different little tweaks along the way that you'll make to your at-home skincare device routine and to your in-office treatment decisions. There's so many skincare devices now and so many in-office treatments that are available. It can be hard to know what is most appropriate for mature skin. And I'm going to share with you the devices that I've used that have transformed my skin at home and the in-office treatments that I feel are the most bang for your buck. I'm going to start with home skincare devices, and the device I'm going to recommend to you, number 1, is LED. It's non-invasive. It helps with pigmentation and ruddiness to our skin. Honestly, pigmentation can be the most aging aspect of mature skin. Sometimes you think it's those fine lines and wrinkles, but honestly, it's pigment that really ages us and kind of gives away our age. The first skincare device that I would choose if I was starting all over again would be an LED red light therapy. If you have melasma, you need to be careful about the near infrared range and talk to your physician. As always, talk to your physician and read all the contraindications on all skincare devices. Why choose LED first? Because of pigment. LED can immediately help you in a few days with decreasing the ruddiness and redness to your skin. You can see that I kind of have a ruddiness and redness to my skin on a daily basis. And after I use my LED mask, it reduces the redness and the irritated look to my skin. I've just had like 3 or 4 comments about people starting LED and actually seeing changes in their skin in just a few days. My son started using LED and he can immediately see the effects and the improvements after about 2 treatments. He has ruddiness to his skin. He has KP, which causes redness. If you're looking to address pigmentation, honestly, LED is going to be your friend, and it's going to be your best investment for a home treatment. Now, should you choose a panel? Should you choose a mask? Honestly, I think it depends on what you're going to use consistently. None of these skincare devices, especially the at-home skincare devices, are going to work unless you use them consistently. If you've seen other videos, that is the name of the game with these skincare devices. Now, I have both the Omnilux and the current body masks. They both are very similar. They have red light and near infrared light to tackle both surface pigmentation and over time to produce collagen and elastin to help with fine lines. I find the most immediate effect is that red light that helps with pigmentation. As technology and the demand has increased for LED therapy in the home, prices have come down for panels. There are now pulsed panels, panels with the option to have red light, infrared light, and other types of light therapy all in one panel. They connect with apps now. The masks are both pulsed, continuous light, and multicolored light. So you really have to do a little bit of research to decide which is going to be best both economically for you and which is going to tackle the pigmentation problem that you're working on. I'm going to list some of my favorites down below. Check that out. I'm also going to list a couple new releases that you guys have been recommending to me. I really appreciate you guys sharing in the comments the devices that you're loving, some of the new releases that are out. I'm going to be doing a deep dive into pulsed red light therapy coming up in a few weeks. Definitely stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, there are so many devices out there. Choose the device that's going to work for your budget and going to work for your particular pigmentation and skincare issue. So let's move on to my second device that I highly recommend for at-home use, microcurrent. Microcurrent is my second recommendation for your at-home skincare devices because it addresses tone. It gives your jawline a little bit more definition. It decreases puffiness, lifts those brows, and honestly, it's going to do what LED can't do. So these devices that I'm recommending to you are designed to use in complement with each other. LED is going to address pigmentation. Microcurrent is going to address tone. Is it going to lift sagging skin? No. I constantly get the comment, I'm so disappointed in my microcurrent. I expected more lifting. If you have already gotten to the point where your skin is actually sagging, it's not going to lift your skin. It's going to give a subtle increased tone to your skin. And over time, like all these devices, are slowly going to build collagen and elastin. Now, here's the deal. We women over 50 lose collagen and elastin faster than these devices are going to rebuild it. So it's kind of a losing battle in a way. These are just maintenance tools so that we can improve the look of our skin more than if we were doing nothing. The aging process is going to continue. We are not going to be able to fight gravity, the loss of fat, the loss of bone that comes along with getting wiser. So I just wanted to put that caveat in. If you're counting on your microcurrent device to lift your skin, I'm sorry, but I honestly think that that is a myth. It will tone your skin. I get a little lift in my brow after using it. I get a little sleekness to my jaw and cheekbone after using it, but I have to be continuous. And over time, I'm hoping to thwart off that loss of collagen and elastin so that it's better than it would be if I had decided not to use microcurrent. My favorite device is the ZIIP. You guys know this is my absolute favorite microcurrent. I'm going to tell you why. You always ask me if I could only buy one device in the microcurrent category, which would it be? I would buy the ZIIP. Here's why. Number one, they improved their technology and new releases without you having to buy a second device. It's through the app. It updates via the app. You don't have to keep buying a new device and getting a new release. So that is one reason this is an economical purchase. Number two, it's very ergonomic. I've had some of you say you have trouble holding different devices with arthritis. As a retired OT, I highly recommend the ZIIP if you have arthritis in your hands. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to hold onto the device. You don't have to do a plate grip. With the new face, I find I have to do a plate grip, which is a little bit more stressful on my CMC joint. So if you're looking for something that's ergonomic and comfortable to use, you can palm it in your hand and use it. So many ways you can use this to be a little bit more ergonomic. Another reason I love the ZIIP over some other microcurrent devices is because it has nanocurrent and microcurrent. Microcurrent's going to give you that instant toned look, and nanocurrent is a deeper current that's going to work over time to help collagen and elastin production. Of course, all these devices only work if you use them, and I have to make a confession. I had kind of gone off the train on using my microcurrent. I like to use it 5 days a week, and I was down to like 2 or 3. So what I did is I jumped on Instagram and I was like, what are people doing with their ZIIP? And they have the 30-day glow challenge, which is what really encouraged me and motivated me to get back into using the ZIIP. So I jumped on the app, I started the 30-day treatment plan. And the other thing I really love about the ZIIP is the app. It's relaxing, it makes intuitive sense. It helps me explore other treatments that I might not use besides the one that comes with it as you open it up, the lift treatment. I go on my ZIIP app and you're going to go under plans and you're gonna tap all plans. You're going to swipe up to the best skin of your life in 30 days. If you have gone off your microcurrent routine, jump on one of these plans. It tells you exactly what to do every day. And it also, like I said, has been helping me explore other treatments that I wouldn't normally use. And you don't do a treatment every day. It tells you when to do your treatment. It tells what treatment you're going to be doing. You can also break it up. If you have multiple treatments in a day, you can save one for the evening time. So if you get one with Founder's Favorite, you can save that because that's a 10-minute plan and it's nanocurrent only. You can save that for your evening routine. You don't have to do all in one session or all in one skincare routine. If you only have time for the 6-minute instant gratification, do that in the morning and do your Founder's Favorite at night. I did a whole video on the Founder's Favorite routine for your nighttime routine. I discovered it a bit by accident and it's all nanocurrent. So it's very gentle, it's easy to do while you're watching TV, it's a 10-minute treatment. There's no rules on how you hold it or how you lift it. As long as you're gliding continuously, you're getting the nanocurrent. So this is the reason that I love the ZIIP. It's affordable because you're not having to buy multiple devices. It is motivating because they have all these fun treatment plans that you can use. Explore the app. I highly recommend, if you have your ZIIP and you haven't jumped on the app, do the 30-day glow challenge and let me know what you think when you're done. Here's a quick demo of the 3 treatments that were in my plan for the day. If you haven't tried the brow routine on the ZIIP app, definitely give that a try. It just gives a little bit more real estate and gives my brows a little bit of an arched look. I love it. It's one of my favorite treatments. I apply some mist before I put on my ZIIP gels. I have some of you guys that only buy the ZIIP gels, even though you use another microcurrent device. Honestly, I think these are the best microcurrent gels out there. Do you have to splurge for these? Absolutely not. Will you get the same results? Absolutely. But the skincare ingredients in the ZIIP Gold Gel and the ZIIP Silver Gel are uncomparable to any gels that I've tried. And if you use a little bit of a mist, you can help your gels last a little bit longer. It will possibly increase the sensation. So if you have super sensitive skin, you might want to skip the mist and just go with the amount of gel that gives you the coverage and the comfort that you need. So these are the 3 treatments that I did today. Like I said, brow treatment was one that I discovered while doing the 30-day challenge that I probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. So if you are into getting back on track with your microcurrent, if you're into exploring some of the treatments on the ZIIP app, this is the challenge that you need to give a go. If you've been doing this along with me, comment down below, let me know how you're liking it, and let me know if you haven't tried this, if you're gonna give it a go. I love my ZIIP. I reach for it every day. I have about 3 or 4 other microcurrent devices, and this is the one that I reach for day after day. My last recommendation is going to help you with the texture of your skin. This is a dermaplaning device. It's the Stack Dermaplaning tool. It is the only dermaplaning or face shaving device that I recommend. I've tried a lot. The second recommendation, if you don't want to use something that's this aggressive for exfoliation, is to try the Dermaflash. It will remove the peach fuzz from your skin. If you want to use a dermaplaning tool like the Stacked, it's going to release all the loose skin on the top layer of the epidermis, and it's going to help reduce pigment ever so slightly because those skin cells are just kind of hanging off and need to be exfoliated. This is my #1 recommendation if you want to improve the texture and the smoothness to your skin. A beginner's tutorial for face shaving for mature women. If you've considered face shaving but you're just not sure if it's for you, or if you've decided you want to do face shaving but you're not quite sure how to begin, this is the perfect video for you. You don't want to dermaplane or face shave on a wet face in this case, especially if you're using a tool like this. So you want to cleanse. I'd like to start in my brow area. I'm going to hold my skin very taut and I'm going to come down in very slow feather-like strokes at a 45-degree angle. Not one device is going to do it all. It really takes a village. Moving on to in-office treatments and my top 3 recommendations if you're looking to improve your mature over 50 skin. Now, not everybody is into in-office treatments, and sometimes they market in-office treatments as non-invasive. I am going to say that the at-home skincare devices that I've recommended are non-invasive, and the in-office treatments that I'm going to share with you, I consider an invasive treatment. They involve needles, they involve a little bit of downtime, and they are a little bit more uncomfortable. And they also aren't increase in price compared to your at-home skincare devices. So let's move on to my favorite in-office treatment. It's not going to surprise many of you. It is Botox. It addresses those deep wrinkles, your LED, your microcurrent, and to some degree, your dermaplaning tool will help soften the look of fine lines, but nothing is going to reduce those deep lines but a little bit of Botox, which is a neurotoxin that freezes the muscle so you can't contract, or you can contract less. There's been a big push to do smaller treatments of Botox so we don't get that frozen look, and that's what I love. I can still move, I have Botox right now, I can still move my brows and scowl a little bit. I only get Botox now every 6 months. That's what's comfortable for my budget, and that's what's working for me. Some people get it every 3 months, some people get it every 4 months. It's a treatment that you do have to keep up, obviously, but let's talk a little bit about preventative Botox. This has been a huge topic lately.
If you're somebody who already has a line formed in the middle of your forehead because you frown so much, but you start getting Botox, let's say at 35, because that line already formed at rest, By the time you hit 55, that line will not be as deep and it might not be apparent at all because you've prevented it from actually getting deeper over time, right?
My kids are entering their 30s and their partners are in their 30s and they want to know about preventative Botox. The more I read about it, the more I hear about it. Wayne Goss was talking about his belief in preventative Botox, that it helped him diminish those deep lines along his brow area, and that he felt that was the reason why he doesn't have those deep lines along his forehead and his glabellar area. If I were to ask my younger self, or if my kids asked me what is the one treatment I would recommend for an in-office cosmetic treatment, it would be Botox. Down the line, it's going to help reduce the depth of the wrinkles in your brow and in your crow's feet. So that would be my number one pick. The second in-office treatment I would invest in is something to address pigmentation. Pigmentation, as I've been saying throughout this video, really ages the skin. If you can even up pigmentation, nobody is going to be super close to you, but as you move away from somebody, you can notice pigmentation from a distance. I love a little bit of IPL. Now, I started off with surface IPL treatments, and now I have more intense treatments treating the pigmentation that's much deeper. You need to find a provider that's really experienced in using these IPL devices. It can be called BBL, it can be called the Sitcon laser. They're all these different terms, but they're all intense pulse light. They treat different depths. The BBL is a deeper treatment, but that's a trademark name. But the bottom line is treat the surface pigmentation, and then if you still have residual pigmentation, go for a treatment that's a little bit deeper. The IPL treatment that I have is fairly comfortable because it comes with this cooling device. It's very similar to the BBL, but it isn't the trademark BBL treatment, but it is the same idea of getting that deeper pigmentation lifted to the surface, and it just sloughs right off. It does take multiple treatments, so I would say that this is a much bigger investment than a Botox treatment, and you kind of have to decide what your budget can handle, as always. And do you need any of these treatments? Absolutely not. You could do an at-home light peel. You could use some anti-pigmentation AHA, BHA serums. This is just the option if you're going to go for an in-office treatment to address that pigmentation that won't lift. I also want to include in this prescriptions. I also have used hydroquinone to help lift some of that pigmentation on my neck and décolleté. So you can choose how invasive you want the treatment or how light you want the treatment, all the way from home devices to in-office prescriptions to in-office treatments. The third treatment I recommend if you're splurging for an in-office treatment for your mature skin addresses texture, and that is typically addressed using a laser. I did a full review of my ablative laser experience, and I do not recommend doing that. Now, I have since learned that ablative laser can be done at different depths, and I actually got a very deep treatment, but I'm a little gun-shy to recommend ablative laser. My preference in the future is going to be non-ablative lasers. I currently get the occasional Fraxel treatment, and it resurfaces the texture of our skin. Similar to if you were using a dermaplaning tool, of course, not at that depth. A laser is going to go much deeper and give you a much better surface retexturizing than a dermaplaning tool. The idea is to improve our mature skin by addressing texture. When you address texture, it increases the smoothness of your skin and the light reflects differently, giving a more youthful appearance and a better glow to your skin. Those are my 3 recommendations for mature skin if you're wanting to splurge on some in-office treatments. Botox to give you a more relaxed look. Photo rejuvenation to decrease that pigment and even out that skin tone. And number 3, if you want to take it one more step and give your skin a glow and reduce the texture in your skin, try some light Fraxel treatments. All of these treatments, home devices and in-office treatments, require consistency. And of course, none of these treatments are necessary. None of my recommendations are going to replace daily SPF use and a great at-home skincare routine. If you're looking to establish your skincare routine for mature skin, I'll put a playlist here. And if you're looking for the perfect sunscreen, I'll put a playlist here. Thanks very much for watching. And definitely, if you have a favorite skincare device or a favorite in-office treatment, leave a comment down below so you can share it with the rest of the group. And wishing you all a skintastic day.